Yo yo yo, it's Type here, and you know what? I just yesterday finished two different drafts for two different leagues, and today is the time to talk about those drafts. And I have two leagues, RBL and Fella. RBL definitely a bit more competitive, I'd say, and Fella, of course, there's a bunch of cool guys I know, and definitely gonna look forward to both of these leagues. And what else? I'll start with RBL because basically I have nicknames for all my mons. That's why. And of course I could maybe open those nicknames if I have to, but let's get started. So I'll show my mons and have a just a little bit of talk about why I chose them, what are they gonna do to me, and we had the mega round first, and the mega I chose was a lower tier mega because of my position in the draft. Kind of made it so that I had to pick a lower tier mega, and my mega was a mega Houndoom. And I'm not gonna lie, I kinda regret this pick because I was just like, okay, I want to try Mega Houndoom. I've not much experience about this mon. I've used it in a Sun team in UU, which does relatively well, at least did before the new additions to UU, such as Sylveon and Conkeldure. But I'm looking forward to use this mon. It has yes, a very good speed, 115, and special attack of 140, so not bad. Plus the solar power, which not only gives it a boost in special attack in Sun, the Sun also lets me to use Solar Beam. Where is it? Yeah, and for coverage this also has Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball. So yeah, mainly gonna use this as a probably late game sweeper or kind of wall breaker. But in this league I'm also allowed to run regular Houndoom, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use regular Houndoom in certain matchups as well. Then we started with OU, so 3 OU mons, and I thought that to pair with Houndoom, which is kind of a, it's committed to the one job being a powerful sweeper. I wanted some versatility, and even though I thought that my next pick wasn't gonna be maybe the most important one, I definitely wanted to grab Mew because it can do any role I want. Basically, it's so versatile, and in that sense, kinda patches up the flaws of Houndoom in a lot of ways. Also, personally, I'm a big fan of Psychic Dark Fighting Cores in draft format, so that kinda uh, fits that as well, giving me that two out of three mons for that core. Uh, it's not type-wise, it's not as good of a core, but usually the utilities that each of the types uh, provide makes it such a good core. Like Houndoom, it gets Sucker Punch, it gets Pursuit, and it has base 90 attack stat, so it's not even that bad. And Mew, of course, can do anything. I have a few sets in mind that I'm probably gonna use. Okay, my next pick was Skarmory, which I personally think is one of the best, if not the best, mon in this format. It's not necessarily that hard to prepare against. You just need to pack some electric coverage. The nice thing about Skarmory is that first of all it's very very easy to pair with another mon to make a solid defensive core. Like uh, even Mew can be a good defensive core with Skarmory, and a few other mons that I drafted later on will create a great defensive core. You know, like let's say water types, dragon types, uh, and what else, like grass types, all those, like especially Mega Venusaur, create a great coverage, or a great core with Skarmory. And the other reason is that you can run Skarmory in any playstyle, like literally. Like you can have the Spikes lead for hyper offense, you can have a Pokemon for balance, or or stall. So Scummer is very great. Also, it gets two kinds of hazards. It gets defog, and if you're real, you can even run offensive mode with sword stance and weak armor. So yeah, there definitely are options with Skarmory, and of course the base 140 defense is a great part of this mod. So I can run either like max defense to make it absolute monster in defensive side, or max special defense, so it's relatively bulky on both sides. So there's that. Also, the typing is very unique, still flying, which especially helps it to create this very very nice defensive cores. Okay, my next pick was Azumarill, and Azu is, of course, it's water fairy, and I felt that it fits my team very well. I had a very very like well thought out plan in front, like before the draft. So and by the way, so far I didn't get sniped at all. So I was planning to get all these three: Mew, Scalm, and Azu, and I got them. The reason I like Azu is because first of all, in Fella Season 2 I helped Tom a lot, who had Azu, and I found out that it has some very interesting potential. So I felt I want to try Azu. Also, of course, the belly drum thread is there, and it can use multiple sets. It can be AV and the bandit, which is great tank slash wall breaker set. So Azu in general gives me a lot of power, but still being a very bulky mon. Also, I apparently forgot to name tell my nickname. So Houndoom is Baskerville, and Mew is Pikkumu. So if in case you are familiar with the Moomins, they are a Finnish kind of children's book characters, although they are not exactly children's books. They also have a TV series, very very popular in Finland. Little Mew is the character in English, but definitely you get the resemblance between Mew and Moo. So hence the name. Skarmory is I've used this name a lot. Is Zenfalia. I love this name. It's just fits Skarmory very nicely. It has a reason behind it, but it's a bit of a longer story, so I'm not gonna go into it. And then my boy, huge fat Azumarill. So yeah, that's the name we go with, Azumarill. Okay, next we go to our UU picks. So of course, Mega Houndoom was our first one, so we don't get our first UU pick because we already have the Mega Houndoom. But the next one I really wanted this because it's bulky, but at the same time it can be offensive, especially with the sun support. So here we go, tank growth and um, tank growth. Chlorophyll regenerator. I can use either. The stats amazing, like especially in my team I feel tank growth has so much options and I love it. And like this can be physically offensive, especially offensive. It can be fully defensively invested. It can be especially special special defensively invested, I guess. uh, AV is a very good set, and like this has options, this mon. And I actually had a name for this, but at the last minute I decided that I will actually name mon in my other league in Fela this way. So I actually think I'm just gonna name this Rastafari. I'm not actually sure what's the exact word in English. I'm pretty sure that in Finnish this is how you spell it, Rastafari. Anyway, it's Rastafari now. Actually, no. This is Pastafari, definitely. Of course. I mean, look at this one. It's Pastafari. Uh, my next UU pick is actually, yeah, I was actually I had the second last pick in UU, and I was thinking between two mons, and it came down to which of these two I think is less likely. I mean, more likely to get sniped on the wildcard round where we can still get one more UU mon. So I decided to pick a Dragalge. And what's my Dragalge nickname? Oh yeah, of course. So I actually decided to name a few of these mons after my friends in Fela, so of course I wanted to name this after the dragon girl herself, Cassie. So here we have Cassie the Dragalge. And Dragalge, it's a great wall breaker with this adaptability. Draco Meteor Sludge Waves do a lot of damage. Also pretty nice bulk, especially on special side. Get some interesting moves such as, you know, Dragon Tails called. Okay, it gets T-ball. Yeah, Toxic Spikes definitely something I wanted, so I have spikes plus T spikes now. I could have went for Gudra, but Gudra doesn't have toxic spikes, so that's why I went Dragazi over it, even though I have a lot of experience with a Gudra. And of course, Dragazi also is it is harder with Draco Meteors than Gudra, even though it has less special attack, but the adaptability is just such a huge ability. And yeah, I guess that's the main part about Dragalge. I mean, of course, I can run. Most of the time I'm gonna run the offensive set. I guess this can be used as a defensive one if I want to. Type-wise, it actually creates a very nice core with Skarmory. But yeah, now to my six last picks. We are gonna go with our first RU pick, and our first RU pick is Dugtrio. And the reason I wanted Dugtrio is really that it really synergizes well with the rest of my team. And I will name these potatoes after Patrick, the drunk potatoes, because I mean I helped Patrick quite a lot, and he gave some advice to me as well during the RBL draft, so I thought that hey, why not just name my Dactyos after him, because I have no other name for it anyway. So shout out to Patrick, and I mean he's kind of my pseudo AC assistant coach for this league as well. So maybe we are going to do some collaborations later on. Unfortunately, I'm gonna face his actual, I mean, the guy who he is assistant coach to in week 1, so he won't help me this time, but we'll see. Anyway, Dactrio, first of all, Memento, plus that Azu. Ooh, that's great coverage. I mean, yeah, great synergy there, and it actually gets sunny day, so it's great manual sunsetter in that sense. Kind of a suicide sunsetter, but anyway. Of course, the arena trap is huge. It limits my opponent's team building so much. Yeah, I love it. Also, it gives me the speed tier of 120, which actually is my fastest mon, so my team isn't that fast. But I mean, you have seen definitely slower teams, so I guess so. Yeah, there's that, and I mean, there's final gambit if I want to use with this beautiful HP. Of course, this is a stealth rock setter, the third one for my team so far. Sucker punch, yeah, stuff like that. What's my next RU pick? Oh, of course. So at this point, my plan was to get a lantern because it gets a great coverage with or great core with Scummery. And for one of my NU picks, I was considering Spiritomb, but at this point, I feel that my team is pretty bulky, pretty passive, so I actually wanted to change up a little. My original plan kinda lacked of Volt turn, so I decided I know it's gonna go for a lantern. Let's go with Traveri. This is a mon I like a lot. It does a lot of very cool things for my team. First of all, it gives me Defiant, which means I can abuse defogging attempts from my opponents. It gives me one more defogger. It gives me bird spam, which is always nice, and it gives me a very important speed tier of 80, which actually will stop my opponents from speed creeping with certain mons. I mean, I would have had very huge gap between, I believe, 100 and I'm not sure what's my next fastest thing. No, actually, no. No, it's not 100, but it's a bit slower. But after that, anyway, it will be very huge gap, I think. So that speed tier of 80 is very important for me. And then my next RU pick, and this was pretty obvious in a way. I was considering this one and Ditto, because I thought Ditto actually would fit my team very well, because it would give one more very nasty mon to prepare for. But I got Ninetales for that straight sunsetting, and yeah, Ninetales is RU in this league. But basically what I can do with Ninetales is bring Drought. I mean the sun. I can bring the sun, and you know, I haven't really looked at the options that this mon has, but as you can see, not the best special attack. This mon gets nasty blood though if I want to go for that. Speed 100. So yeah, I mean this gets some nice-ish utility moves such as Pain Split. Okay, it gets Roar, it gets Will-O-Wisp, it gets Yeah, Calm Mind and Nasty Plots. Stuff like that. But this is mainly for me as an option to bring the sun. I'm not probably gonna I'm definitely not gonna bring it every week, but it's an option really, which of course, synergizes with well with mons like um, sorry with Mega Houndoom and Tank Growth, and one later pick that you'll see in a minute. However, my next pick, and once again, I haven't get sniped so far. And this next one I was really, really hoping that I don't get sniped on this one. And I don't, and I get Rotom. So as I said, I was originally planning to get Lantern and Spiritomb. So now that I thought that, okay, I'm not gonna get those, how can I actually get both Volt Switch and Ghost type in the same set? And of course, Rotom is the only way, so I get Rotom. And Rotom, what can I say about Rotom? It's mainly there for I believe 3 purposes: to Volt Switch, to Spin Block, and to Thunder Wave. Because I mean, these are the 3 main purposes I like Rotom so much. Because so far I actually have only Mewtwo, Thunder Wave, and the Tank Growth to Stun Spore. And I like speed controlling a lot in this format, so I definitely like the fact that I can Thunder Wave with this mon if I need to. So that's definitely one of the big reasons I also wanted Rotom. And next, it's up my definitely my most experimental picks, because this is the only mon in the entire draft that got sniped from me, which was Levany. Levany would have been so nice with sticky webs and that chlorophyll option. It would have had Heal Bell and Baton Pass, all these nice utilities. But I don't get it. I get sniped 2 picks before me, so I actually have to go for another chlorophyll mon, and it is a Maractus. By the way, where are my nicknames? Let's go for the nicknames first. So Braviary is Scare Force 1. Pretty cool name. This is actually a song by Lordi. If you know Lordi, it's a Finnish hard rock band which competed in Eurovision, if you know what Eurovision is, in 2006, and gave Finland the first victory of its history, and the only one also so far. So Scareforce 1 is our Braviary. Ninetales is Damn Son, of course. And Rotom, it's Pawn. Rotom is Pawn because this is actually like in my Finnish channel, the one I used to upload before. I had once a playthrough in Pokemon Platinum, and I had a Rotom which was named Sotilas, which is Pawn in Finnish. So I just thought, okay, let's call our Rotom a Pawn. Well, Maractus, and Maractus is once again, it's popping those the rhythms. So I'm gonna name that thing after Jazz, who is also one of the Fela members. So with Jazz here, I mean, I guess she's jazzy, but Jazz kinda suits that musical theme or music theme of Maractus as well. So we have Jazz here, and yeah, Maractus, like the mon that you probably did not see coming, but it has 2 very cool abilities in Storm Drain and Water Absorb, and of course the Chlorophyll is an option as well. Stats are not that bad actually. Attack of 86, special attack of 106, pretty pitiful HP defense, special defense stat, but we'll have to work around those. And this one has some options. First of all, it gets spikes. It gets spiky shield, of course, leech sheet. It gets nice nice. Its physical coverage basically is actually pretty good. It has knockoff, poison jab, drain punch. Unfortunately, on special side, which is its better side, it only gets like crash moves and of course HP. It gets sucker punch, but this could be a solid growth sweeper in the sun. However, tank growth outclasses this mon in that job 100%. Like it has better special attack, it has better bulk, it has better coverage. So, but however, this mon kinda gives me an opportunity to go with like the bulky regenerator, tank growth, and this growth sweeper Maractus at the same battle if I so want to. I don't know if I want to, but that's an option though. But I'll have to see if I'm gonna keep this Maractus in my roster. There are better options I feel available, but as I said, I'll have to see. Of course, a spike support there is very nice, as well as this legit spiky shield. So we'll have to see. But next, we actually get the first ever mascot pick of the history of Helsinki High Jump Kicks. And that mon is, of course, Hitmonlee. So Hitmonlee has some very cool things that it provides for my team. Of course, there is the unburden, so this is actually a very good late game sweeper. If I so want to, it has pretty cool offensive coverage. It's only one of these Hitmonmons that gets knockoff. Also, this gives me rapid spin, which is very nice if I want to spam hazards and I don't want to remove them from my opponent's side, only from my own side. So I get that rapid spin support, which is very great. And of course, there's the reckless, so I can run reckless high jump kick, which is a good option as well. Pretty good attack stat and speed stat, which you know it's okay, and definitely with unburden it's very good. Not very good good stack hits from defensive side, but special defense is actually quite nice. Also, this completes my psychic dark fighting cover core. And of course, the other cores in my team, I have that Steel Dragon Fairy with Scam, Azu, Dragalge, and Fire. Watergrass is Azu, Ninetales / Houndoom, and Tank Growth / Maractus. So this is my team for the Reddit Battle League Season 4. And Hitmonlee's name, of course, is Leg Day Forever. Because, of course. This is my team. Yeah, you can see it. Houndoom, Mew, Scam, Azu, Tangrowth, Dragalge, Dugtrio, Braviary, Ninetales, Rotom, Maractus, and Hitmonlee. So overall, I think that this is very bulky team, first of all, which is obvious, and but it has some very cool offensive possibilities, especially with supported with Dugtrio. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of a weird team at the same time, because in a way it's very bulky, but in a way it's very offensive, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited to use this. I have some cool ideas in my mind. So uh, this won't this league won't start right away, but I'm going to face SFJ in the week 1, which will be kind of a grey match. He's seeking for that revenge, so stay tuned for that. But this is all for the RBL draft analysis. This is Type signing out. Goodbye.